Morning. Today I want to cover how the circus became hippies. And a lot of people are going to argue about this one, but basically I'm doing these YouTube channels to experience my life because I got behind the scenes in a lot of places. I got my feet in a lot of doors and got into a lot of back rooms that most people will never even know exist. So trolls are gonna love me in the comment section, I'm sure, but I don't read that crap. I don't give a shit. so, so here it goes. There was this guy named P.T. Barnum. A lot of people know him, and he was a lying fucking piece of shit, man. The guy was just, shameless. He was a scam artist, straight off the streets. If you watch his movie or whatever, he talks about how he went to a bank and just bullshitted the banker into this, believing he owned this paradise island or something. It was just a fucking bunch of leaves and mud and a little creek somewhere. But he painted it up to be like, God's paradise or whatever. And they gave him a loan to start this circus. And, it's just, it's it's entertaining, but if you look at it, with the right lens, dude's a lying piece of shit, man. So he established this. P.T. Barnum went around collecting all these low life pieces of shit. It wasn't just circus performers and clowns and trapeze artists and all this shit. It was a lot of low life fucking drug addicts and pieces of shit behind the scenes. The guys that built the tents and fed the animals and cleaned the fucking stalls and tattooed up motherfuckers and all this shit. And they would go from town to town all across America long before television, when a road map was expensive, man. And they'd roll into town, they'd throw up the fucking circus, and all the townspeople that could afford to see the show would take their kids to see the show. And then all the stagehands, they'd have all day to do whatever the fuck they wanted. And what they do is they walk around town, look for shit to steal, or they look for like underage kids that couldn't afford to go see the circus. And these fucking circus fucking people, they see these kids. They say, "Hey kid, how come you ain't at the circus?" All friendly like. And the little kids say, "We ain't got no money," Well, if this underage kid was somebody that this fucking stagehand wanted to fucking have sex with, they'd be like, "Come on, I can get you in." They take him in the side door and let him see the show from behind the scenes. Take him on a tour of where they kept the animals and all that stuff. Give him a VIP tour. And the kids would just, they get just enough of a glimpse, but it wouldn't be the full show. It'd just be a little, like the Hollywood glitter of the circus. These people are small town people back in the day. They had no idea what the world was about. And the circus performers be like, they'd feel them out the whole time. They'd be like, "Man, you want to work for the circus? You want to be part of the show? Your parents don't seem to be doing much for you, blah, blah, blah." And, these kids are picked on. They live a hard life. They get beat up all the time. Some of them might, take the opportunity to go travel with the circus. And meanwhile, this circus fucking guy is handing them cigarettes, letting them hit the fucking bottle, loosen them up a little bit. And, they'll be like, "Yeah, come on to the next show, if you don't like it, you can always come home, And a lot of these latchkey kids, man, they jump on it, If you watch the old shows like The Three Stooges or Abbott Costello, they would talk about, hey, what happened to Sam? He ran away with the circus, So it was real common. It made it into the movies. It was part of mainstream society in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and in the 50s that, these little derelict kids would run away with the circus when they come to town. And these circus acts, these circus people were intentionally picking up underage kids. And once they get them 200-300 miles away from the show, or excuse me, from their hometowns, then reality kicks in, Then it's time to have sex, kid, If you want to keep this job or whatever, you got to give it up. And if they didn't, then they'd be raped and killed and left in some pasture along the way. Or, they'd be raped and left in some fucking city 300, 400, 500 miles away from home. And there was no internet. There was no, road maps were expensive. Most people didn't have them. This is a 14, 15-year-old kid finds himself in Cleveland, Ohio. He's originally from, I don't know, Pine Bluff, Arkansas or whatever. They don't know how to get home. They're in a world full of predators, man. So, they've been raped. They've been taken far away from home, dropped off in the middle of nowhere, or they played ball with the fucking circus act, The girls would get passed around from one stagehand to the next, become part of that tight-knit circus community. And, they had a code they lived by. There was no snitching. If any cops come around, yeah, we got a report of a missing little boy from the last town you were at. You guys know anything about that? Nope. I don't know. I'm too busy working. I don't have no idea. They cover for each other. Half the time the kid would be hiding out back, anyways, knowing the cops were looking for him. So there was no snitching. They protected each other. You kind of had an us versus them occult mentality. And, it's the ugly side of the circus that nobody ever talks about. Doesn't make it into the media. And nobody sees that ugly side. And these people were garbage, Lie and steal and cheat and rape. And, go around the country selling drugs and shit. It wasn't really that much of a problem back then because, a circus come to town, you buy an 8-ball of Coke or whatever, then the circus is gone. There's no more cocaine to be about, So the drug epidemic wasn't that bad back then. So in the 40s and 50s, there was a musician that played with the circus. His name was Anton Lavey. And he later went on to found the Church of Satan. And Anton Lavey, he knew how to play the part. He knew how to be a performer because he worked in the circus. He had a lot of those old movies based on his character. He had the pointy eyebrows and wore the red satin fucking cape and had the cocaine fingernails that were painted black, and he was the dark evil satanic magician that played the organ for the fucking circus. Well, Anton Lavey, man, he learned from P.T. Barnum. In the regular Christian Bible, it tells you gotta live a virtuous life. You could, be honest, caring, giving, do a hard day's work, be upstanding, live by virtue. Satanic Bible that Anton Lavey wrote, he's preaching wickedness. Lie to get what you want. Be selfish. Don't ever be helpful to anybody. Nobody's going to be helpful to you. Anton Lavey, he's preaching, be the wolf, don't be the sheep. And so, the carnival or the circus ends and fucking, these people travel all over the country, They see the mountains in Colorado, they see the cornfields in Illinois, they see the fucking swamps in Florida, They travel around, that's all they do. So they know how fucking beautiful California is. So in the month or two that the circus is taking a break, a lot of these people are going to California and setting up shop. Anton Lavey, just like everybody else in the 40s and 50s, is going to Hollywood. They're trying to make it in Hollywood. And so Anton Lavey, being a musician, being a circus performer, playing the evil magician, makes his way to Hollywood, and he even made it in a few movies and shit. But he's out there, and he's got all these circus connections, you know. Drugs has always been a part of the Hollywood scene. So, you know, he's fitting right in with these people. He's getting them drugs, and he's selling them on this mysticism, you know. Anton Lavey wasn't the first occult to land in Hollywood, you know. There was other occults. So that atmosphere was already there. He fell right into, you know, right into place. And so he starts the Church of Satan in Los Angeles, California. And up in San Francisco, because of Ernest Hemingway and F. Scott Fitzgerald and all those old writers from World War I, they had started a movement of hipsters, you know, poetry, novel writing, painting, you know. It was real big in the end of the Gilded Age. And San Francisco was one of those spots in America where a lot of these trendy hipsters, you know, beatniks, one of the names they went by. There's a big colony of these beatniks up in San Francisco, and Anton Lavey, he was used to the circus, music, performance, so he started infiltrating the music scene, and the Grateful Dead was one of the ones that he infiltrated. You know, there was another guy named Charlie Manson, who's a famous, you know, ran a little mini occult that murdered Sharon Tate, real famous. Well, Charlie Manson's mother got talked into abandoning him in Indiana, and she went and followed the circus out to California with Anton Lavey and became part of the Church of Satan. And Charlie Manson, if you ever read his story, he's always trying to make it out to California to catch up with his mama. And that's what took Charlie Manson to Los Angeles. So the Church of Satan's out there, and they're telling the Grateful Dead, you know, don't even try to like cover up like these other bands, you know. Just go around selling drugs, you know, promote it, help destroy society, you know, get all these kids hooked on drugs, fuck it, you know, because Anton Lavey pushes the satanic agenda: lie, steal, use drugs, you know, sexually, you know, take advantage of underage children, you know, all this stuff. It's Church of Satan. And so they convinced the Grateful Dead to just openly, you know, promote drug use. The Grateful Dead, I don't know why anybody ever liked that music. It sucks. I've been to a couple of Grateful Dead shows. That's how I know about all this. Because I was a drug trafficker, all these satanic occult people automatically assumed that I was like them, you know. I wasn't, you know. To me, it was just partying and having a good time. You know, I came up in a Mexican culture, so, you know, it's just what we did. You know, it was part of the life. But, you know, Mexican culture is not satanic. Some of it is, but not all of it. You know, a lot of it is, you know, work hard, do right by your family. You know, there's a lot of virtue in Mexican culture. At least where I grew up in South Texas. So when these Church of Satan and fucking Grateful Dead hippies assumed that I was a piece of shit like them, they were wrong. You know, I'm not a child molester. I'm not a fucking thief. I am not a lying fucking piece of shit, you know. I mean, I'll party and have fun, but No, I come from fucking Freemasons and shit. I come from good family. My family helped build this fucking country, you know. I come from Saxons, man. We defeated the Romans. Then we fucking conquered fucking England. Then we founded fucking America, you know. We're on the side of God. At least I am. It's just my dad fucking took me down the wrong path in life, but it's a whole different time, a whole different story. So these fucking so basically, this Anton Lavey, he's a circus musician, 40s and 50s, makes his way out of California, tries to start up his own little cult, gets all these fucking Hollywood movie stars, and, you know, these cute little starlets, all these people trying to make it in Hollywood. He starts fucking pitching them on his bullshit of satanic, you know, wickedness. And that festers. You know, he's up there in San Francisco, you know, these beatniks are trying to be different. You know, they're trying to be trendy and pretentious, you know, and act all hoity-toity, you know. I'm a novelist, I'm an artist, you know. Same shit people do now, just it was back in the 40s and 50s. And he gets to the Grateful Dead, starts selling fucking LSD, you know, very openly, very in your face. And he teaches them the circus style of traveling from town to town. And what these fucking, they still do it to this day. These Grateful Dead hippies will go into a town, they'll have their concert, the parking lot will be full of fucking people fucking juggling and spinning fire. They'll have a drum circle, and you see these guys wear these fucking jester hats, and chicks are hula hooping, and you know, they're all basically circus performers without a circus, essentially. You know, you see these guys wearing these fucking clown pants and all this shit, and they're selling LSD, and you know, but they know the fucking feds are there. So, you know, if a Grateful Dead hippie will look at your shoes, and if you got some black running shoes on, they're not gonna talk to you, because cops wear shoes that they can run your ass down in. You know, that's why them hippies, they all wear flip flops or fucking sandals or something. They wear some kind of footwear to communicate that they're not a cop. It's real big. You know, I used to wear fucking tennis shoes. I wear DCs. You know, you see that, but I'm an old skateboarder, so I wear fucking DC shoes, man. So these fucking hippies didn't know how to take me half the time. So that's what they do, man. It's the same shit as the circus from the 40s and 50s, but the Grateful Dead, they're traveling around. They're rolling to a town, you know, and they'll see some 14, 15-year-old fucking kid, you know. Maybe there were 2 or 3 of his friends, or her friends, whatever. And these fucking hippies will play it cool, man. They'll be like, hey, little kid, you know, how you doing? You like the Grateful Dead? Great, you know. Sweet, man. Welcome to the show, man. Yeah, all right, you know. What's some of your favorite songs, you know? And they'll feel them out. And they know these kids ain't cops because they're fucking kids, man. And these motherfuckers, you know, there's layers to these people. They've been doing this for a long time. There's a code of fucking conduct. You don't snitch. You don't talk to cops. You don't, you know, they're their own community. They all know each other. They may not like each other, but they know each other. And they know who's who. And they know who's not. So they'll see it like an underage kid, especially, man, they used to be all over my fucking ex-wife, Libby, man, when we would go to these fucking shows. She was beautiful, man. Those fucking stank-ass fucking hippies would be all over her ass. But, you know, these Grateful Dead hippies are walking around the fucking show. They see kids they want to have sex with. And there's no... These are wicked people. They glorify evil. You know, they have no heart. They wanna molest kids. They wanna get you hooked on drugs. They wanna steal what you got. and then they're gonna laugh at you when you're suffering. You know, I've seen it. I can tell you right now, all their drugs coming from San Diego. I already know. You know, I infiltrated these fucks. They thought I was like them. No. So, all right, I'm getting off track. So, these Grateful Dead hippies following the fucking Grateful Dead will come into a fucking area, and they'll have like a 3-day concert, 2-day concert, whatever. And they'll see a 14, 15-year-old kid. It could be a boy, it could be a girl, it doesn't matter. They're going to try to incorporate them into their occult. And he'll be like, hey, kid, you know, you want to go to the next show? I can get you a ride, you know. And the kid will be like, I don't know. And, well, you know, come on, give it a try. If you don't like it, you can go home, you know. It's your choice, though, you know. They're not going to push it real hard, man. But they're sitting there feeding them drugs, cigarettes, you know, making them feel like they're welcome in a world where they ain't been welcomed before. You know, a lot of these kids are poor. And they've been bullied and picked on at school by the rich kids, you know. And now they're feeling accepted and welcomed in this very fun environment, you know. And so some of these kids will be like, yeah, I'll go to the next show, why not, you know. And they're like, yeah, you can always call your parents to get home, you know. So the 14, 15-year-old kids, you know, their parents don't give a fucking shit about them half the time. So they just fucking take off to the next fucking show, you know. And get a ride on the bus, on the hippie bus, you know. Everybody starts meeting them, starts fucking putting their arm around them, starts fucking, you know, treating them like family. You know, they call it, the Grateful Dead calls themselves a family. They go to the next show. Free drugs, smoke some weed, you know, here. And they start teaching them, you know, this is how you scam people. This is how you rip people off, you know. You know, the feds are here to bust us. You know, gotta watch out for the black tennis shoes, the black running shoes, you know. You know, they start teaching them about crime, and it's fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun. And so these kids get roped into this fucking occult. This started out as a circus act back in the day, and now it's fucking Grateful Dead hippies. And they start learning how to fucking sell red rock opium, you know, or fucking some fake ass fucking low grade weed. You know, the acid's usually real. You know, they like the hallucinogenics. You know, that really push that shit. I've never heard of anybody getting ripped off on fucking acid at a fucking Grateful Dead hippie show. And these kids get roped into this fucking satanic occult, man. Most of them don't even know it's satanic. You know, they just think it's hippies, you know. And that's it. And so once they get about 500 or 1,000 miles away from home, they've made it through the initial stages of this satanic occult, these Grateful Dead hippies. And if they haven't voluntarily had sex with somebody yet, it's that time, you know. So one Grateful Dead hippie will, you know, they'll rape them, you know. It might be a fucking old bitch that fucking rapes some little boy, or it might be some fucking old stank-ass fucking hippie that fucking rapes the fucking little 15-year-old girl. One of them will do it. It's part of the fucking, you know, that's the baptism for this fucking satanic shit. And, you know, so now you got a 15-year-old kid that's been raped. The little boy usually likes it, but the girls, they'll be crying and upset and confused and thinking about calling the cops and all this shit. And that's when the fucking old fucking hippie fucking women come in and say, no, don't do that. No, if you do that, you'll be blackballed. You won't be welcome back. And, you know, oh, you'll have to look over your shoulder for the rest of your life and all this bullshit. And they'll talk this fucking little girl out of fucking calling the cops on this fucker that just raped her. And they all got fake names anyways. Sunshine and Daydream and fucking whatever the fuck else. Moonchild and all this faggot fucking hippie shit. So nobody knows who the real motherfucker is anyways. And ain't nobody gonna tell you either. Because they don't snitch. They're very tight-knit. That's why nobody knows about these motherfuckers. Nobody talks about them. Because, one, it's damn near impossible to infiltrate these fuckers. And number two, they're so fucking, I mean, they're a community. They're very, It's an occult. It's a very tight knit occult that Anton LaVey has put together here. You know, they can travel around and stay at each other's houses and shit. It's almost like automatic. They gotta open the door and let you stay there for the night, for a couple of days, for a weekend or whatever. So a lot of them just travel around different fucking places, and they stay on the move. And you know, they they embrace wickedness. They embrace lying. They embrace child molesting. They embrace murder. You know, that's in the '60s. You know, I mentioned Charlie Manson before. Charlie Manson was part of this. His mom was one of Anton LaVey's original hoes. He took her out there in the '50s to California. You know, Charlie Manson got thrown away at the fucking Indiana fucking reformatory or whatever, where he was raped and fucking beaten and all kinds of shit. And in my hometown, Peoria, Illinois, you know, he had stolen a car and they caught his ass here. So he went to jail here in Peoria. And eventually, Charlie Manson made it out there to fucking California. And, you know, they taught him all those little hippie tricks, how to manipulate people, how to hypnotize people, how to win them over, all that bullshit. And he started his own little cult. Now, Susan Atkins, one of the chicks that went and killed Sharon Tate, that was part of fucking Manson's fucking occult. There's pictures on the internet of her being a participant in Anton LaVey's fucking satanic ceremonies. All you gotta do, Anton LaVey, Lavey. Alright? All you gotta do is Google it, and you'll see a picture of her performing in one of his fucking satanic rituals. You know, to connect the dots. Ding, 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 ding. You know, it's all right there. And still to this day, you know, in the town I live in, Peoria, Illinois, we got hippie bars, man. These people come together and they wear tie-dye clothing and they do drugs. And, you know, there's underage kids at the fucking bar drinking. And the owner, his family is a bunch of fucking cops, so they know the laws. And they serve food so they can allow these underage kids to come in there. And if you ask the owner, he'll say, oh, well, they're just in here eating. But no, they're slipping them fucking acid and all kinds of shit on the side because they're fucking child molesters, you know. I call them out on it because I've been in prison twice, and child molesters get fucked up. We don't like no child molesters, you know. You fuck with kids, man, you're a piece of shit. He's not done with these hippies, man. These hippies, they embrace that. It's part of their culture. They think it's great, you know, to do wicked things and be evil. So we got a hippie bar here in Peoria, man. This little fucking roach fucking makes a fortune off of these fucking hippies and their drugs and their child molesting and all this other shit. But it's spread. It's all over. Texas is the only state where you're not gonna find these people too much, because Texas fucking put a stop to that shit a long time ago. You know, that's why Texas has these really hard drug laws, man, because they don't want these satanic motherfuckers coming in there and setting up shop like they did here in fucking Illinois and other places, Wisconsin, you know, all these northern liberal states. They allowed this Church of Satan fucking Grateful Dead hippie shit to fucking post up, and, you know, for fucking, I don't know, what's it been, 50 fucking 5 years, they've been talking about, there ain't no fights at Woodstock, we're just peace-loving hippies. That's all a PR campaign, man, because fucking Charlie Manson's bullshit back in the day of killing them people, man. These fucking hippies have been fucking dropping bodies off in creeks for fucking years. You know, all these fucking overdoses you hear about, it's done on purpose, man. You know, they get some fucking kid hooked on fucking drugs. You know, here, try it, smoke some weed, you know. Oh, okay, great. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Here, try a line of coke. Yeah, okay, cool. Here, try this shot of fucking heroin. Dead. I've watched them do it, man. The cops don't give a fuck. You know, cops are lazy motherfuckers. They don't want to work. They just want to collect a fucking paycheck and do what they gotta do to keep them getting fired. So some little fucking roach ass fucking runaway fucking drug addict hippie overdoses and dies. You don't even hear about it on the local news, man. It happens all the time, every day in every city, man. It's not a homicide because it appears that they voluntarily fucking overdosed and did drugs, you know. I think Kurt Cobain was killed, but that's a whole different fucking day. But yeah, it started out with a circus, man, traveling from town to town, talking little fucking latchkey kids into running away with the circus. And the circus went out to Hollywood, California. And Anton Lavey, Church of Satan, teaching these people to fucking do drugs and fucking be evil, lie and cheat and steal and mislead people. And, you know, they know being satanic has a bad fucking stigma, so they don't tell you they're fucking satanic motherfuckers, because then everybody be like, that's a bad guy, you know. They know. They've been sorting this out for fucking decades, man. The masters of this fucking shit. And instead of a circus going town to town, now it's Grateful Dead hippies going down to town. And what used to be traveling around from town to town has now turned into music festivals. Bonnaroo, that Coachella, fucking, got one here in Peoria called Summer Camp. You know, these fucking music festivals are all over the place, and that's the Church of Satan hippie shit, man. It's exploding. It's you know, my pastor will tell you, man, we're close to the end of the times, and I believe it because I've watched how these Grateful Dead hippies have gone from hiding out in little fucking cabins in the woods to traveling from town to town in the 60s and 70s to now they have their own bars in Peoria downtown. And now, you know, Woodstock happened in what, 1967? And then there wasn't another fucking major music festival like that for like 20 or 30 years. And now we got fucking major music festivals in every state 2 or 3 times. We got country western music fucking festivals now. We got fucking EDM festivals. Fucking, what's his name, man? The fucking guy from fucking Jane's Addiction started that fucking shit up in Chicago. The fucking Lollapalooza. You know, it's all connected, man. Al Jorgensen from Ministry was playing at the Viper Room the night River Phoenix overdosed and died. You know, it's all connected. It seems like a big world, but it's really not. You know, once you start getting in these little circles, the world gets real fucking small real quick. You know, and Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love, fucking Chris Connolly, or whatever the fuck his name was. You know, Lane Staley, the fucking the drummer from the Foo Fighters. You know, Duff, what's his name from from Guns N' Roses. All heroin addicts, man. Al Jurgensen, heroin addict, man. You know, all these motherfuckers. I believe Kirk Hammett is he looks like he's fucking shooting up some shit. You know, Grateful Dead, heroin addicts. You know, that's how the fucking Church of Satan controls these fucking people, man. I know, I ran with the musicians here in Peoria. They fucking, you know, these guys are musicians, man. They get up on stage and they want to fucking, just like all those little starlets going out to fucking Los Angeles, trying to get in Hollywood. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be up on stage and be idolized, you know. And the problem with that is it happens. So now you're a fucking musician up on stage in a little nickel dick fucking Peoria, Illinois, and the local fucking hicks are all fucking idolizing your ass. They're giving you free drugs, getting you hooked on fucking drugs, you know. You got a girlfriend, but that girl, she gotta understand, you're gonna have sex with 2 or 3 other girls every fucking night. If you wanna fucking be the main girlfriend, you're gonna have to accept it. I've seen it. I've watched it happen. And, one of them motherfuckers slipping you the free drugs. That's the fucking, that's the Church of Satan fucking drug dealer right there, man. You know, you got the best fucking drugs, giving them to you for free. Now he's your best friend. Now he's clicking with the fucking musicians. He's hanging out. Now he's one of the cool kids. And, it might give a fucking free gram to the fucking musician. But over here, you're selling fucking ounces of fucking shit to the fucking, to the people in the crowd. And now you control the fucking environment, Because the musician, he likes those free drugs. And these people in the audience, they like the fucking drugs too. And pretty soon everybody develops a fucking habit. And then that habit turns into an addiction. And once they're addicted, now you got them. Now you can tell them what the fuck to do. I already know, because I was in that fucking world. I regret it. It was a mistake. I did what I had to do to get my fucking stock trading money. I did my time in prison. I got caught up in that world too. What was I supposed to do? Go work for fucking $5 an hour and shit? Fucking pay $3 in fucking taxes? You ain't gonna get nowhere like that in life. So I took the risk. And I got fucking in that game. I seen what the fuck was going on. I seen how they were molesting these little kids. These little kids, man, that's the worst part of it. These little kids, man, they get raped. They get molested. They run away from home. They become drug addicts and drug dealers and thieves. And, man, don't ever fucking date a girl that's fucking from the music festivals, man. That bitch is a scam artist like a motherfucker. They're the worst. And they embrace this life. It's forced on them in the beginning, and they end up choosing it because the family that neglected them is being replaced by a family of drug addict, Church of Satan, occultists that have welcomed them into their community. Like, they're a part of this community. And they talk shit about each other all the time. They gossip about each other, talk shit about each other. Man, you hear them fucking talk behind people's backs, you'd think they just hate them. But then they get around each other, and they're all part of this occult. They have to accept each other. My friend Amy Jo Cobb, she's dead now. She hated fucking Richie Bob McIntyre, man, because he's one of the main rapists, at least in our area. And she hated him, man. She talked so much shit about this fucking dude. I've known him since fucking second grade. And man, she just hated him. She hated the fucking bar owner, man, the fucking little roach, fucking Sean Kenny. Hated him. Talked so much shit about these fucking people. Tell me every fucking secret they got. Then as soon as she gets around them, she be smiling and having a good old time. Because being two-faced and phony, that's one of the characteristics of this Church of Satan shit, is they lie. They're phony. They're fake. They're going to tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you to get you to do whatever they want you to do. And, it wasn't just Grateful Dead hippies that came out of this Church of Satan shit. This feminist movement did too, The fucking Church of Satan was telling these girls, you're stupid for being a mom and being faithful to your husband. You should do whatever you want. You should live your own life and don't let nobody tell you what to do. And, just do whatever you want and blah, 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 And the way society was rigged originally, a guy would go to work, he'd come home, he'd give his money to his wife that he trusted, and she would manage the house. She would buy the groceries, she would pay the bills, she would save, She'd make sure the kids had what they needed for school. And this feminist fucking shit changed all that. It's all Church of Satan. Be selfish, lie, and cheat, and do what you want. Be wicked, it's fun. It's created this feminist movement. So for my generation, Generation X, these women got away with that shit, These dudes are like, why are you doing this? I don't understand. Why are you betraying me? No. And the girls will just be like, oh, yeah, it's not my fault, blah, blah, blah. And so now, millennials and Gen Z, we've already told them, man, dude, don't fall for this shit, man. That bitch is evil. She's wicked. Feminine toxicity. She's a feminist, man. give up that fucking dream of having a wife and fucking kids, bro. Because it doesn't exist anymore. The fucking Anton Levy and this fucking Church of Satan has changed all that. And you see these fucking women, I'm a single mom, nah, 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 I'm a victim. Bitch, you did it to yourself. Alright? You shouldn't have been fucking this dude's best friend behind his fucking back, having fucking fun. My ex-wife, Libby, was like that, you know. She fucking thought it was fun to cheat on me. I didn't give a fuck. I was cheating on her, you know? Stupid bitch. I'm the fucking drug dealer, you know? I got the best fucking drugs in town because my Mexican connections in South Texas, man. Like, these hippies are second, third hand. I'm first hand. As soon as they come across the border, yeah, hola. Yeah, I'm the first motherfucker touching this shit when it comes across that fucking border, man. You know, these fucking hippies, they're second or third in line. So my shit's way better, you know. That's how it worked. And so, my ex-fucking wife, you know, she'd go to work and suck her fucking assistant manager's fucking dick at a restaurant or whatever. She thinks she's cheating on me and shit. Stupid fucking bitch. I got two of yous back at the fucking house while you're at fucking work. I'm driving her fucking car and I'm getting laid. And I forgot to go to fucking Avani's and pick her fucking ass up. She thinks she's cheating on me. I mean, I wasn't always fat like this, man. I used to work out a lot. And I'm the fucking main plug for Central Illinois. So, you know, it's the game people play, man. You know. But I'm not wicked. I'm not out to fuck people over. I don't find that to be fun. And, I sure as fuck don't mess with no kids, man. That's where these assholes cross the line. You know, they wear these colorful tie-dyed shirts. Oh, we're peace-loving and fun-loving people. No, they're sneaky fucks. They're gonna fuck you over. They're gonna take advantage of underage kids. They're gonna get you hooked on drugs and kill your ass. I don't do drugs. Because I know, I've watched them do it, man. There's a motherfucker named Nasty Nate. That's what they called him. And this dude fucked up one time, man, 8.5 ounces of fucking meth. Because he thought the fucking cops were outside. They weren't outside, but he just thought that. Fucking 8.5 fucking ounce of fucking meth. Now he's running around the neighborhood screaming, call 911, I'm dying. He comes and beats on our door. I'm like, fuck you, get lost. I hated that guy, you know? So the fucking ambulance comes and picks his ass up, saves his ass. A month later, this stupid bitch named Heather Wood found out about it. So these bitches are wicked, they're evil. She thought it'd be funny to pull the same shit. So she sold him a fucking ounce of fucking meth. And then she goes and looks out the curtain. It's like, oh my god, the cops are here, you know. And he starts eating it. This time it's a whole ounce, you know. He didn't survive, man. He's laying on the ground overdosing. She called up her fucking boyfriend, Ronnie. Ronnie didn't like him either. Ronnie was a fucking meth plug. And this fucking Bennett, this nasty Nate Bennett, was always going around fucking helping his friends, you know, or whatever. He can get the fucking cheap shit off the fucking biker gang. And stepping on all of our fucking toes, man. So none of us liked him. He was always stealing our business, man. Stupid fuck, he was just in it for the party, you know. We're all trying to fucking make money. This motherfucker's just trying to be everybody's friend. So Heather fucking tricked him into eating a fucking ounce of meth. He's on the fucking ground dying, overdosing. She calls up fucking Ronnie. It's like, hey, he's dying, what should I do? He's like, Ronnie said, fuck him. They were working out of an abandoned house in the South End, man. You ain't gonna hear about it on the news. Cops ain't gonna give a fuck. Just a fucking piece of shit drug addict, man. Nobody wants in society to begin with, you know? So, it's fair play, man. Cops don't give a fuck. Ronnie fucking don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And Heather, she was just being a fucking goofy ass fucking bitch. Killed somebody. Nobody gives a fuck, you know? There's no investigation, no charges, no nothing. And this kind of shit happens every day, all over the place. genuinely seen anybody overdose and it be an accident. It was either a homicide or it was a suicide almost every fucking time. It's true. It's really hard to it's really hard to overdose on drugs. It really is, because if you're doing it for the first time, yeah, maybe, you know, but as you develop a taste for these drugs, even if you get a potent batch, you're still not. I mean, you know, I've come close, but you know, somebody tried to kill me, so that's the only time I ever came close. Somebody got me to try this shit. And, you know, they tried to make me overdose on purpose. Luckily, I was young and healthy, and I survived it. I knew, don't ever fucking do that shit again. I was lucky. God was on my side, man. So I'm rambling on, but these Grateful Dead hippies, Anton Lavey, Church of Satan, music festivals, drug culture, feminism, it's all the same shit. It all started in fucking California in the fucking 60s. They used the media. They intentionally went after college kids. They used drugs. They create this counterculture to break up the family, to discredit Christianity. You know, you'll hear them say, "Oh, the Bible, magic guy in the sky." All this bullshit. The Bible ain't got nothing to do with that. Nobody's ever fucking read the Bible to know, except real Christians like me. And if you ever take the time to read the Bible, then you'll realize that a lot of these fucking people are just talking shit and trying to fucking make you think how they want you to think. And I see it with this fucking Senator Elizabeth Warren. She's exactly like my ex-mother-in-law. Oh, we really need to care. Donald Trump's the bad guy, and I'm worried about what he's gonna do to the world. It's the same shit my mother-in-law did to my fucking kids, man. Make you think how much she cares about you, how she's looking out for your best interest, and then tell you how to fucking think. That's how this occult shit works. They tell you how much they care about you. They reinforce it with some kind of bullshit. They make you doubt how you think, and then they tell you how to think. That's how this occult fucking brainwashing shit works. I see Senator Elizabeth Warren doing it. I see my ex-mother-in-law doing it. And I watched all these Grateful Dead hippies fucking do this shit to each other. And they all seem to fall for it for some reason. And that's all I got for you. This is running long. So, till next time, take care. And watch out, because they're out there. And this shit's fucking real. Next video, I'm going to talk about Freemasonry. Later, man.